Okay, thank you for joining me on my documentary on how to protect yourself against a contractor doing construction on your home. This is part of a job continuation that I had done from a house fire, and this was an addition, a roof that was placed on the property that was done incorrectly regarding the roof and the installation of this exhaust fan for our kitchen. The architectural plans called for a pitched roof, and as you can see what Bruce Shankin did, and he was the contractor on the job from Pennsylvania. He went under the business name, I believe, Sustainable Process Design, Green Guys. The other one was GreenBuildingcollab. There was a shell company, the Laughing Cow, a motorcycle business, and a paper company. I'm not sure where he put the money for this job, but it was in one of these shell companies. Anyway, this roof, if you can see, in this area here, is all flat. This should have been pitched straight down, along with these vertical slats, as you can see here. Okay, that should have been pitched straight down. So what happens is when we get rain, the water sits, and we had to install a gutter to get some overflow, and you could see a gutter here that still has some leaves in it that I have to clean up. We had a beautiful tree here, as you can see. I had to cut it down because of the leaves were just sitting on top of the roof, this flat part, and I was on here just sweeping them off. So I had to unfortunately trim this tree, and I'm going to have to keep it at this height to keep the leaves from being above this roof line, which is something we had to do because of the job Bruce Shankin and his GreenBuildingcollab did. He did have about 3 different type of contractors working on this roof. I think trying to figure out how to do it. They worked 1 week, one worked 2 weeks, and then the third guy actually finished it up, and I think he was shaking his head as he was doing it. But the other issue we had too was Bruce Shankin and his project manager were supposed to install this exhaust fan here. Well, the problem was they installed a side mount, wall mount exhaust fan, which would be something that you'd fit on the wall here, not on a flat or pitched roof. And after they put it in, I realized we had a leak and there was something going on. I called my roofer out and said, hey, can you tell me what's going on here? And he said, number one, it's installed incorrectly. They didn't properly weld it down to the metal roof. And the other thing he said was it's a fan that is used for a wall mount, and it's specifically stated on it, wall mount fan, not to be used on any roof. And of course Shankin and his project manager put this one on there, and it turned out it was like a $150 exhaust fan. This one cost $750, so you can see the difference. He promised to pay the roofer to buy this and install it and to put these gutters on, as you can see, because they messed up on the flat part of the roof. And you can see we put gutters in here that they did not put in. They were just letting water run down. And obviously Shankin reneged on that deal. And I do have checks showing that I paid the roofer for this job, which should have been done according to architectural plans. So this was one of the issues that we had with the roof. What I would recommend if you ever get a roofer, I would check his references out. And if you're getting someone to frame something out, if you find your contractor is swapping out contractors and framers to stop payments on everything, and demand an explanation and find out what's going on. Apparently Shankin didn't have any expertise in building and so forth, and I'm still trying to find out what he did with all this money that he was supposed to put into here. But anyway, this is part of the roofing job. This is part of the documentary. I try to keep them under 5 minutes. But again, if you're ever getting a exhaust fan put in, make sure it's the proper type and the proper CFM. They also put in a smaller version where the fan would not be able to exhaust fumes out of a bathroom. That's how small it was and cheap, and they tried to pass it off as a big kitchen exhaust fan. So anyway, you could see here what we did, and there's not much we can do here other than put this gutter on, you know, absent ripping everything off and redoing it, which obviously we do not have the funds for. So this is the roofing part of it. Again, protect yourself, and thank you for joining me on the documentary. Happy anniversary. Oh, not yet, coming up. Thank you.